Welcome back to part 2 of my Gamescom summary. If you've missed the first part, then feel free to check that out. I'll link that at the end of this video. And let's get straight into it with Dune Awakening. Dune Awakening is an open world survival MMO set on the most dangerous planet in the universe. Expand your potential through combat, spice building and trade. You'll come up against aliens and other monsters as well as the giant sandworms. Dune Awakening is expected early 2025. From the creators of Little Nightmares 1 and 2, we have Reanimal. This is a darker and more terrifying journey than ever before. It is a horror adventure game where a brother and sister go through hell to rescue their missing friends and escape the island that they used to call home. Currently there is no release date for this, but it says coming soon and wishlist now, so I can only assume it's going to be out within the next few months or by the end of 2024. Not a new game, but a game that is going to be coming to Xbox soon. Genshin Impact is an action RPG game set in an open world with an anime style and environment with action-based combat systems and elemental magic and character switching. Genshin Impact will be releasing on Xbox consoles November 20th. Monster Hunter Wilds is the next game. Monster Hunter Wilds is a game that allows you to go around hunting down creatures, taking parts of them and then crafting new things using those parts. It's a very big open world game that allows you to travel around and hunt down these monsters and even track them. Monster Hunter Wilds actually does look like a really good game and something I'm definitely going to be getting onto because this is something that interests me because I like the Monster Hunter games. Then though unfortunately there is still no release date for this game, it is scheduled for 2025. Then we have Fatal Fury City of Wolves. This edition of the game will be releasing with the season pass as well as the game. You cannot buy the base game, and as it stands they're not planning for it at the moment. This is a fighting game, plain and simple. It's similar to other fighting games out there where you just fight your opponent, win rounds, and that's pretty much it. Another one of those situations where the actual Gamescom thing says it will be released on the 24th of April 2025, but the Steam page says the 21st of April 2025, so again, figure that out. I have no idea. Yet another to be announced game where you just don't know when it's going to come out is Mech Break. Mech Break is a multiplayer mech game that allows you to choose from diverse mechs, customize your appearance, and battle colossal war machines on treacherous terrain. This does look like a really fun game. It's definitely something I'm going to be looking into when it does eventually come out. But like as I said from the start here, it doesn't have an announcement of a date or anything, so we don't know when it's coming out. So just sit tight and wait, because you know, I don't understand why they do that. Announce the game, then not tell us any time when it's going to be coming out. It could be 2026, we don't know. Then we have Monument Valley 3, which is a puzzly style game that all uses perspective in order to figure out puzzles and get through it. And for some reason this is exclusively coming out on Netflix games, because that's somewhere where people play games apparently. It's due to release on the 10th of December and it's not something I'm necessarily going to be looking at because Netflix games, like seriously. I used to use gaming from Netflix when they used to do discs and send them to your house, but yeah, I don't know. I've got other places I play games. I don't want another platform to play games on. It's just too much. Then we have Sid Meier's Civilization 7, because it's on the 7th one now apparently. I've lost track. But this actually does look like a really good Civilizations game. There are definitely improvements made over this previous Civilization game. To be completely transparent, the last Civilization game I played was Civilization 4. But it does look really good and looks really fun. And it's due for release on the 11th of February 2025. Next up we have Starfield. There is a new update with the Rev 8, which is the vehicle that's going into the game, as well as the Shattered Space expansion being released on the 30th of September. Marvel Rivals is also coming soon. This is a team-based PvP shooter. Get your squad together and get strategizing when you combine powers to form unique team-up skills and fight in a destructible, ever-changing battlefield across a continually evolving Marvel universe. Though graphically it is a cartoony looking game, it does look a little bit fun, so I might give it a go, you never know. This game is due to release on the 6th of December 2024. It's free to play and will have all characters unlocked from the start. Next up is a game that I actually loved, the Age of Mythology game, but this is Age of Mythology Retold. The game is set in a mythical age where gods and monsters and humans collide. You have the ability to build up cities and essentially build up your defenses, as well as actually take control of heroes like Achilles for example, and go down and fight on the battlefield yourself. The first Age of Mythology game was awesome. I absolutely loved it when it released years ago, but this one definitely looks like it might be really fun to play. This game releases on the 4th of September 2024. Then we have Towerborn. This is a game where you play as an ace, born from the spirit realm with skills and the grit and determination to protect the people of the Belfry. It's a side-scrolling fighting game where you just take out monsters pretty much. Though it does look fun and it might be worth giving a go. I'm not sure about this one yet, I can't really tell from the trailer, but it does look like it might be an okay game. This game releases on the 10th of September 2024. And now we're about halfway through the video. I do have to ask you, if you do like my content, please hit that subscribe button. I'm currently on the road to 10,000 subscribers. It's a big goal, I know. But if you like information about game releases, various news and game reviews, then check out my channel because I think you might like it. Next up we have Delta Force. Delta Force is a free-to-play first-person tactical shooter. It has single-player and multiplayer modes that take place over 2 distinct time frames. In 1993, you're the boots-on-the-ground elite Delta Force operator, but they have recreated the Black Hawk Down campaign from the game of the same name. And in 2035, you'll take on a role as an elite member of the GTI, which is a peacekeeping force founded by former Delta operators, where your mission is to investigate illegal activity while utilizing clever combat gadgets and working closely with your squad mates. PC early access for this game is in Q4 2024, but there's no specific date. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is an open world style RPG game which focuses on realism, accuracy to historical things, and just general really good swordplay. The game is a story-driven action RPG and it has a very rich open world. It's set in the 15th century medieval Europe, and if we follow by how good the first game was and just how much better this one looks, I am really looking forward to this game coming out. It's scheduled to release on the 11th of February 2025. We're going to do a very quick mention for Batman Arkham Shadow, which is a VR game that seems to be a full VR game, and it does look quite interesting. Though for people that don't have VR, obviously it's no good for you. But for everyone else that does have VR, this is the game you might want to look at getting, because it does look like it really puts you in a role of Batman. It's actually a proper Batman game and not some sort of short little mini game essentially. And this game is due to release in October this year. If you're a fan of the Little Nightmares games, then Little Nightmares 3 is the next one to come. This is a new adventure in a unique world of Little Nightmares. You follow the journey of Lo and Alone as they search for a path that could lead them out of nowhere. The game allows you to play online co-op with a friend or in solo with an AI companion. The game is slated for release in 2025, but again we don't know the date. Herdling. It's a game where you guide a herd of mysterious creatures on a journey into the mountains. There's not really much more to this, you just guide a herd and that's about it. I hope for the sake of this game that it's more than that, but at the moment that's all we really know. We also don't know when it's going to come out because the date is to be announced, so 2025. We haven't really learned a lot from this trailer, have we? Really? Not really. Next up is Masters of Albion, which was announced by Peter Molyneux. And I don't know. I'll be honest with you with this one. The game looks like it might be okay, though it does look a little bit old school. It doesn't look very up to date or very modern. And from my own experience, the last game that I got from Peter Molyneux's released games was from the same studio that he's got now, which is 22 Cans, and that game was Goddess. It ended up being a complete flop and they discontinued making it. So badly that you can't even see it on Steam at the moment under their 22 Cams name because it's just gone. And the money you spent on it, also gone. I paid for a game that just didn't end up getting. So that kind of leaves me in that situation where I have to be careful here. It might be something that's worth playing if he's got a good team behind him, but when it comes down to it, he doesn't always finish projects that he starts. And that's a problem. But then if you know who he is, then I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. He has a reputation for this. With no release date, it just says coming soon, so it'll be out at some point, maybe, possibly, or it might not, or it might come out and then get cancelled and then not be out anymore. I don't know. You never know. Squidgame Unleashed, which is a game that is based on or inspired by Squidgame. It is a Netflix game and it is going to come out on the Netflix app, so you know, Yeah, but it's essentially a Squidgame Fall Guys variant, pretty much, where you have to try and get through the levels to survive. It looks like it might be okay, but it looks a little bit too over the top, and it's not exactly what Squidgame was, which is kind of a shame. And you haven't been watching footage from it because they copyright struck that, so I had to remove that part of the footage. Because Netflix. I rest my case. And it's on Netflix. Again, it's just another platform I just don't want to have. No, just go, I don't want to. I just don't. Windows, PlayStation, Xbox, Epic Games Store, Steam, the EA app, the Ubisoft app, the Activision app, Amazon, and now Netflix. There's just way too many places to get games now that I've got so much storage on my PC taken up just from things that allow me to get on to play games and not from games themselves. Sorry, I'm rambling. Squidgame Unleashed is due to come out soon. Because soon is a time frame? I don't know. It's coming soon at some point. We don't know when. Again. I mean, at this point, I kind of feel like I've clickbaited you into the video because I'm talking about release dates and there's not really many actual release dates going on here. Sorry. Not intentional. And here's a game that does actually have a release date. Unknown 9 Awakening. You are Haruna? A questor? Questor? I don't know. Born with the ability of being able to venture into a mysterious dimension called the Fold. On a quest for powerful hidden knowledge, she must learn to master the power of the Fold to fight a secret society with a hostile agenda. This game released on the 17th of October 2024, according to the Steam page, or 18th of October according to Gamescom, so good luck. Arena Breakout Infinite is a free-to-play tactical extraction FPS. Shoot, loot and raise your path to fortune. It has pretty realistic visuals and true to life audio. Push through the battles where the stakes are high and the rewards are even higher. This does actually look like quite an interesting game, so I might give this one a go, and this is due to come out at the end of the year, no specific date though, again. The first Berserker Khazan is a hardcore action role-playing game where the player plays as Khazan, a character who overcame death and sets out to reveal the incidents that led to his downfall. Though there is a technical beta test on the 11th to the 20th of October, the game is not actually slated for release until early 2025. Nearly at the end now, we're at Ara History Untold. This looks like kind of an interesting game because it's a 4X game that's kind of similar to Civilization. You explore the lands, develop arcs and cultures, and build up all sorts of different things in your own world basically. The game is releasing on the 24th of September 2024. Then we have Dark and Darker Mobile, which is a mobile game by Microsoft. So, well, you can look at the trailer and make your own mind up from this one. It's not something I'm going to review because I don't review mobile games, but it does look kind of interesting. And if you've got the hardware to run it, it might be fun to play. And shockingly, there's no release date. Just pre-register now is all it says. Floatopia is the next one. It looks to be like a co-op community-based farming, building, life sort of simulator game. It does look like it might be fun, I'm not going to lie. There's not much more to be said about it. There's not a lot in the actual trailer that can kind of show you what's going on in the game. And all I can tell you is it's coming 2025. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is up next. This game does look like it's going to be a really fun game. It's like an action first-person style game that allows you to play as Indiana Jones and go through finding things in tombs and solving puzzles and exploring, and it does look pretty fun. You can fight with your whip, you can fight enemies, you can shoot people. It just looks fun all around. And the biggest part is that we have a release date for the 9th of December this year. And now we get to the final game of the opening night live, and though there is no gameplay or anything, I can tell you this is a Mafia game. It seems to be a prequel to the other Mafia games because it's called Mafia: The Old Country, and this does look quite interesting. Though there is not a release date for it, it does say see more in December, so there's going to be more released later on. Now if you got to the end of my video and you've enjoyed it and you haven't hit the subscribe button, please hit that button because that's kind of weird that you haven't. Also get down in the comments and let's discuss what you are looking forward to, what games you're looking forward to playing from the announced games that we've seen. Also, if you haven't seen the first part, check out the first part of the video because there are a ton more games in that part. It's about 10 minutes long and I think you'll enjoy it. Other than that, thank you for watching my video. I've been Lycan from Green Lycan Reviews and I'll see you in the next one.